Hello Libra, welcome to my channel. Today I am doing your March 2021 general reading, and I've broken it into two different parts. So we'll have an overall energy for the month, and then on this side we'll be taking a look at your relationships in general and your career and money in general, and then we'll go ahead and clarify everything with tarot. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So your overall animal spirit for the month is the otter. And the otter is that sense of just carefree playing. And Libra, you love to play, right? You love to be around people and play. And so I think in the month of March, you're going to be in this energy of playing. Or if you're really not in that energy right now, like if you've been really stressed out and stuff, this is spirit coming in and saying to you that you need to go out and play a little bit more. So let's go ahead and look at more of your cards, and then we'll get more information about the otter. Okay, so in your romantic love life or in your relationships in general, you are going to be getting a picture of your relationships and how you deal with people from a higher perspective. So sometimes this card comes out if you've been having some conflict or difficulties in one particular relationship or in your relationships in general. And this is just spirit saying that you need to get a bigger picture perspective. Sometimes this card can indicate that in a particular relationship, you may be kind of like nitpicking or kind of like holding grudges or something like that. Or you could be getting that energy from somebody else. But this is kind of indicating that you need to not look at the minutia of a relationship or a situation and kind of like pull back and get a bigger picture. So this person is like in the hot air balloon and pulling away from the situation down below. And that's what spirit is either asking you to do, and we're going to get more clarification, or you're going to be doing this naturally in the month of May. So these are the Twin Flame Oracle, but I love these for relationships. Just a nice vibe, great advice. Okay, so one of your advice is compromise, mutual understanding, flexibility, give and take brings rewards. So that kind of goes with this type of energy with seeing things from a bigger perspective. Understanding that, maybe that minutia, that thing that you're kind of holding on to, that little little bit of a conflict, something that's real. I'm not saying it doesn't bother you. There's something though, but you're kind of like just festering at it. It's, kind of like a blister or a scab, and you're just kind of like, festering over it. You're, just looking at it, and you're not seeing the whole perspective. Looking at like an imperfection in a person or a situation and not seeing the whole relationship or the whole person for who they are. Very interesting. Or you could be feeling like this with somebody that you are dealing with. Okay, and then you also have the community card, friendship, fun, a light heart, enjoy, downtime with friends and family. And I really feel with the otter, this is kind of like you may be right now in a situation where you do you're kind of like focusing on an imperfection in the person or an imperfection about the relationship. And spirit is telling you just to go have some fun, because Libra, you are an air sign, so you could be a little like stuck in your head about it. And when you go out and you kind of like get in this otter energy, this playfulness and stuff, when we start moving our body, then what happens is that we get out of our head, right? So to get out of your head, go have some fun and kind of put this to the side, because then I think the bigger picture will kind of like almost blossom on its own in front of you. All right, so you have fellow travelers. Now, this is in like your career and money sector. Support is all around you. So you may be going through something that you felt like you weren't getting a lot of support from, maybe, your boss, your coworkers, clients that you're dealing with. Like you have felt like there's been a lot of obstacles, but Spirit wants you to know that you have a lot of support around you as you're going through this. And look at, like your future is very bright. You have the rainbow in the back. The peacock can stand for ego, like you may have been a little bit in your ego element lately in your career and money sector, kind of like, feeling like you were doing all the work, or you were the only one that was, helping a project or a business venture go forward. And now I think you're going to be coming into this otter energy and find more playfulness in your work. Once again, you may have been in kind of like in your head in kind of energy, but you're definitely leaving that because you have the rainbow in the back. Lovely energy. Oh my goodness, look at what you have. Joyous fun. So Spirit is definitely speaking to you about going out and having a little bit more fun. I think having fun, our relationships and our career and money, even though the people that are kind of in each of these sectors in our life could be completely different. The other thing is that you can, sometimes our energies of, in our relationships kind of fall into, we carry that energy into our work space, or our work can also, bring us stress, and then we're not in a great place with our relationships. And that's why I like doing both of them kind of separately and then together. But it's definitely, you are definitely getting, some advice from Spirit about just going and having fun. So yes, you have this fragmented energy. You may feel like you're being pulled in a lot of different ways. You may feel like there is a lot of work to do, that maybe you're the only one that can do it. But this is definitely speaking about that you have a lot of support. It may be time to delegate some of your work to others. Or sometimes we just get into a place where we just have to say no to, a certain project or a role that we're being asked to play. Okay, so very interesting. I love the idea that you might be having more fun in the month of March. That's exciting. So now we're going to go to the tarot. And so what I'm going to do is look at your past and present energies, your obstacle, advice from Spirit, and then the outcome. So let's see. In your past, you have heartache and loss, and that popped out really quickly. So this is definitely showing, this is like the Three of Swords energy. So, I really feel like that could be part of why you're kind of like stuck. You may feel a little bit stuck right now, stuck in your head, stuck about thinking about something that went wrong, whether this is in a relationship or if it's something at work. But I have a feeling that this is a relationship, and your sorrow in your relationship is kind of, overflowing into your workspace. But yeah, you're definitely, this is your past energy. So you were definitely getting over something, a big disappointment, a big heart, a relationship that has ended or something like that. So your present energy is shadow. So some of you could be kind of looking at your role in this situation. And this sometimes kind of, indicates kind of like the dark night of the soul, the hermit energy, just really being kind of like in that space of trying to figure out what went wrong. And with this otter energy, and you've gotten the same kind of message here with all your oracle cards, this energy is kind of like, it's time to kind of go play. Like you've been doing this work, you may still be doing this work, and this is good work to be doing. But you may be at a point where it's kind of like you need to go play a little bit, have a little bit of fun, so that you can start moving out of this energy. You might actually almost be stuck in this type of energy. So let's look at your obstacle right now. Discontent and boredom. Yes. So, you know, it's kind of interesting. This card is, you know, it's kind of like the Four of Pentacles, or no, I'm sorry, it's the Four of Cups. Four of Cups energy, where you kind of have turned your back on something that you've really, really wanted. And you're standing there and it's kind of like you want it back. You know, that's where this heartache and loss is, right? You want it back, but you've turned your back to it and you're trying to walk away. But I always think it's so interesting because he has his hand here. Like he's still almost like wanting to touch the past, but knowing that he needs to walk forward. And it's almost like an energy of, if you could just turn around and take a look at it, would you still want to go back to it? It's kind of an interesting energy. So let's see what your advice is. This is definitely you know, feeling like you kind of stuck, like you want to go back to what was there, but also feeling like you have to walk away from it. Okay, so your advice is truth. Yeah, really looking at the truth of your situation. The truth of your part in this situation. I think that's coming out because, you know, you have this compromise card. And get the big picture, you know, I think you're really spending a lot of time trying to figure out what went wrong. And this is like coming to the realization of what it is. And then, you know, you're kind of like, and you are the balance, right? This is kind of like there's these scales here. And this is the Justice card. Like you're trying to get the balance in your life. You're trying to see the truth. And it's kind of interesting because you have this kind of like opening here. And for some reason, it's kind of like the same kind of colors that I'm getting the same kind of vibrancy, energy from like this area here and this area here. Like looking at the truth of what was in the past. It's like over here, this is your obstacle. Like you're not looking at it. Like that was the past. You're not looking at it. You're turning your back to it. You're like, I don't want to look at it. I don't want to see why it's not here with me anymore. And here you are, you're kind of like standing in it and you're kind of like, okay, I'm ready to look at it. I'm ready to figure out the truth of what went wrong in this relationship or in this situation. Okay, so the outcome is, oh my goodness, look at this. I think it's Gemini. Gemini got that same card right there. So maybe you're dealing with a Gemini, Libra. Okay, this is good because I think that what this is saying is that you are doing the work. You're looking at this situation, and I really feel like it's a romantic situation, but it could be any relationship. And, you know, your discontent and boredom is also bringing down, you know, like your work energy. Like this is really kind of bothering you. It's something that you're trying to really look at. And I really feel like you are doing the work. And Spirit is saying you have been working really hard. Like, go play. You know, it's kind of like that energy of go have some fun. because you are, you're working and you're so in your head. I really feel, Libra, like, you know, you are an air sign and I feel like you're in your head and it's time to kind of go have fun. And I think that this truth will come out. So you have the moon in reverse to clarify your heartache and loss. So, you know, this is secrets, like not knowing everything. And it also can mean with divine timing, you know, being divinely guided. But it's in the reverse. So I feel like, you know, you are getting at some truth about this heartache, this Three of Swords, right? Like the secrets are kind of being revealed. And I feel like some of the heartache is due to the secrets that are being revealed. Like the truth that you're seeing brought you heartache and loss. And it could be, you know, it could be that you had an ending, you know, with a romantic partner or, you know, some other type of relationship. And it's taken you some time to kind of like mull it over and figure it out. But Libra, the end here is so good. It's kind of like just kind of hold on, right? And, you know, some of this truth, these secrets that have been revealed, could be secrets that you've revealed about yourself. Like, you're getting a better understanding about yourself. And that's why you're doing this shadow work, right? And that's all great. It's not a great energy while you're going through it, right? It's really painful. But, oh my gosh, like it's opening you up to something just so beautiful. Oh, Six of Wands. Nice. Okay, so here it is. So if you have been kind of in this, you know, discontent, boredom, the Three of Swords energy, this is good because look at, you're getting victory. You're looking at your shadow, but you are becoming victorious in yourself, right? Like you're going to see the truth, and it's going to be, you know, like when you finally realize the truth, you're going to also be good with it. You're going to be more balanced. You're going to balance the scales of yourself. That's you coming into yourself. Oh, lovely. Okay, so let's take a look at this Four of Cups energy. Oh, look at, you have the wheel coming. Like you've been wanting to turn the wheel, right? And this is your obstacle. You've been really stuck in this energy for some time. Like really, I really feel like you haven't been wanting to look what's behind you. And this could be what you've lost, right? Like you're just, I can't believe I lost all of that. But it's still within your reach. Like, I don't know. It's kind of like, you know, you have your hand there. You still want to, it's like, I almost feel like you want to turn her back and turn the wheel back in time. Like that's exact. Okay. Thank you. Spirit just said, yes, you've been wanting, your obstacle is that you've been wanting to turn the wheel of time back and go back into this. Okay, so now let's see where this is leading, though. You have love coming. So let's see what we have here. The truth. What do we have to clarify the truth? Five of Swords. This is your internal conflict. This is you coming to truth with your internal conflict. And it could be coming into truth about, you know, past wounds, like childhood wounds or traumas, stuff like that. Like you're understanding, you're coming into the realization of how all of that has kind of played out in this. And once again, if you're not resonating, you're feeling like this is not you, it could be the person that you're dealing with. okay? All right, I'm going to take two more here. You have King of Cups, oh, and Queen of Cups reversed. Yeah. So, you know, you're coming into truth. You're understanding how, you know, this conflict, this internal struggle of either you or, you know, your counterpart, your love interest. I think you're also concerned, you know, like you may be coming into your King of Cups energy and realizing just how much you really wanted what was in the past. And you're concerned that, you know, your counterpart is not, and, you know, vice versa, right? Maybe you are coming into the truth that this is not what you want, and the other person involved is coming into the realization that this is what they want. This is you coming into the realization of what, you know, of what this situation really is. And it's bringing you a lot of internal conflict between the, you know, it seems to me like the two of you are not speaking, right? This is kind of really coming into a love reading, much more than career and money. But I do think that this situation is affecting your work life. But this could be, if it's a work situation, if it's not resonating as romance, then, you know, this could be, you know, a boss or something, and you are done with the job, or vice versa. But there's definitely two energies here that are not speaking. And it's, you know, it's causing you or them a lot of internal conflict. Like they've seen the truth. It may be that you really want this relationship back, or they want the relationship back, and looking at the truth of that relationship. Now we have love begins. So let's see if this is a new love, or if this is, you know, reuniting. Because we don't really have anything that indicates what that is. So love begins. So we have Ace of Swords. This is you know, coming into the realization that, you know, that you really do want love and clarity. The Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so realizing also that somebody doesn't want to, you know, this is not where the seeds are planted. I think this might be you coming into a new love. And the Chariot. Yeah, so, you know, moving forward, I feel like, wow, I want another one for this. Can we have, because the Chariot is not moving forward. Like you have love begins, but the Chariot is not moving forward. Can you please clarify? Let's clarify the Chariot. Two of Cups, Six of Swords, the Hanged Man. Yeah, I think that it's kind of like the waiting game, right? It's kind of like the waiting game. Realizing, you know, that you want love and it's time to move on, right? And to come into that realization that, you know, you want to move forward. You're having trouble, though. You're having trouble moving forward. Yes, you still are healing. You know, I'm getting a sense that this love begins is really you loving yourself. Because you don't really have anything that's standing out, saying that you definitely have love coming. You definitely have love coming. But I think, and you have the Two of Cups. And you're realizing that you do want love. I think that the ending here is really you stepping into the idea that you really do want love. Um, let's try a wisdom oracle, and then I'm going to go to the creativity oracle. To the sea. Yeah, I think that, Libra, I think it is about you truly healing and stepping into that love for yourself. And then, going in search of your love. Interesting energy at the end. Nurture for self-care. Try loving and nurturing yourself as you would a child or pet. Okay, thank you, Spirit. That is clear because I was not sure. Like, I'm going to say, if you're trying to reconnect with somebody from the past, the door may still be open. And you may be thinking that it's this, and it is this right now. Like, you've come into the realization of this, that this could be a relationship that you really do want, or this is a relationship that they really do want. It's just that right now, you're not really on the same path. Like, you had the star card. It's right here. You have the star card. Like, it's time for you to really nurture yourself and do the healing. Like, you've done all this inner work, and that takes a lot out of you. You need to go play. You need to go play. You need to take care of yourself. Like, love yourself for a little bit, because this is, you need to do some healing. And then perhaps, because I'm going to tell you, there's nothing that's indicating whether this is truly gone or not. And that's such an interesting energy. The thing that you are getting clarity about is that you do want love. You do definitely want love. Okay, so now let's do a message from your angel message and see where that goes. So Libra, surrender. Remain positive about the future of our planet, for all is part of humanity's evolution. There is a divine order to all the chaos which you perceive in the world. Nothing will ever truly change until we learn to love and accept all as it is. Lovingly surrender your judgments and expectations, and your life will magically transform. And you know what? They were pointing this out to me as I was reading that. Like, you are in this part of your journey is about you seeing the bigger picture. And, lovingly surrender your judgments and expectations. Remember, you have the compromise card. Like, realizing that, you may have had at times, feelings that, about feeling more like you were a big part of the world, and you are Libra, okay? But I think what you're coming into is a sense of the part that you play in the bigger world. Does that make sense? Like a much higher level, a much more spiritual awareness and consciousness of your part that you play in the whole world and not just in your world. It's a beautiful, beautiful energy. And because you are doing this shadow work, you're coming into this higher view of the world. And it says, surrender your judgments and expectations, and your life will magically transform. And I do. It's kind of like, magic carpet ride, right? It's a hot air balloon, I know. But it's kind of that same energy. Well, Libra, I'm going to leave it there. And if you have enjoyed this reading, I'd love for you to like, share, and subscribe so I can get my message out there. And I do wish you all of the love and light in this situation and all your situations. Bye for now.